Stephen A. Smith here, giving you guys the week uh, 14 recap. I'm gonna let this yeah, do a recap. I'll be ready at 10:30. Okay, perfect. All right, we're gonna let the recap play, and then we'll get started with the show.
The temperatures are dropping, but the intrigue is heating up. Hi, everyone. Scott Hansen here, and this is your weekly recap for Week 15. Lots to get to. We'll begin in Denver. The Broncos at home to take on the Green Bay Packers. And it's Marvin Mims Jr. He's so good working down the field, hauls this one in stride.
Damn, a lot of snow.
Winds up as a 50-yard touchdown. The Broncos continue to roll. It's been 2 months since their last loss. This win today makes it 8 straight victories. Next up, Duval County, Jacksonville, Florida. Let's check in on the Jaguars as they host the New York Jets.
Shout out to Mike.
And it's Arian Smith. He's going to bring this one in, and away he goes. 71 yards to the house. Lastly, let's go out to Arrowhead.
Wow, another snow game?
Hosting the LA Chargers. And here is Ladd McConkey. He's going to look in the catch and then look upfield and watch this. And that's a 63-yard touchdown catch. So that'll put a bow on this one. For all the hardworking men and women here in Orlando, Scott Hansen saying good night. We'll see you next week.
All right, Stephen A. Smith here, giving you guys the weekly recap. Hope you guys doing great. We'll go ahead and knock out Week 15. Now, we didn't have a lot of interviews this week. As I was telling someone else in the CFL, is that during the weekend, man, it's almost impossible for me to be around the phone during football season. So over there, that's why I kind of was about to get ready to not be in that league, simply because it's not that I don't want to be in it. It's just simple as it's a time thing, man. So here, at least you get time to play your games, but it was never incentives. Where it was incentive issues. But it never was incentive. It never will be. I knock on wood, God forbid. It never would be an incentive issue. It really was just that sim, man. That sim hurted my team. It hurt it. It hurt it. But I mean, it wasn't anything as far as Koopy. But we'll talk about that in that league. We're talking about the GFSSL league. Incentive issues as of right now, we have Dolphins and Steelers. I want to say they both are already ineligible. Make sure. Away team, Eagles, they're already ineligible. Away team, OJ. Wow. Force win. And then away team, Bengals. All right. Okay. All right, so we'll go ahead and get started. First up, let's do the game of the week. Game of the week we had. Let's see, man. Game of the week we had Bucks and Falcons. As we can see, it was 28-38. Pretty much lopsided. Koopy Falcons wasn't able to keep up with the Bucks. First half, it was 21-14. Taking a look at the turnover battle, 2-1. Baker Mayfield, 2 TDs, 1 interception. Two interceptions from Michael Penix Jr. played a lot in this matchup. Bucky Irvin ran pretty well. Same thing. Overall, the Buccaneers outran their opponent, which is surprising. Usually, Koopy is up there in rushing. Um, The stats was pretty good for wide receivers. Kyle Pitts, 8 receptions, 105, 1 TD. America Ibuka, along with Chris Godwin, played pretty well. Interceptions, 3 interceptions in this game. 2 came from Tampa Bay. Definitely something that you want to see. Next up, we had a very snowy game, as we saw. Chargers 31-3, complete domination, 0-3 in turnover battle. Patrick Mahomes threw 2. Amari and Hampton 105, 1 TD. Wide receivers pretty much played well as far as catching the ball. This kid right here is special. Lad McConkey. Yeah, he's special. 6 foot, 186 from Georgia. Defense, Leo Chanel, Byron Cook, and then as I said before, 2 interceptions. 2 different guys for the Chargers defense was able to help this team. Next up we had was the Commanders and the Giants. 0-6 in turnover battle. Wow. Giants, 5 interceptions from Jackson Dart. Probably the most interceptions this week from a player. Cam Scatterbo, I love this kid as well. Arizona State, 133, 1 TD. Commanders ran the ball well as well with their quarterback. Theo Johnson, he played well, 1 TD, 5 receptions. It's great right there. Interceptions, yeah, a lot of interceptions, man. 2 came from Will Harris. Then you have Quan Martin, Jonathan Jones, and Trey Amos. Trey Amos we went to Ole Miss. Pretty good stuff right there. Giants want to try to not turn the ball over as much if you can help it. This was a very, 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 very good game. It came down to the wire. We went to overtime. Mike played great football. Turnover battle was 1-2. I think I did interview Mike, if I'm not mistaken. I think I did. If I can get my phone. Okay. I want to say I interviewed Mike. Maybe I didn't. Let's see. No, I actually didn't. Okay. 52-49, 21-21 in the first half. Second half, we was able to go up 28-21. And then he was able to score. So then it was back 28-28. Fourth quarter, he outscored me 14-7, but I was able to rally back late in the fourth to take it to overtime. We both scored in the overtime. I thought about going for 2, but I didn't. And so that's when the Jets finished me off. The rule, the other team get a chance to score, and then from there, the next person scores win, and that's what happens. That's what happened with us in this matchup. He scored, I scored, and then he had a chance to score again, and he actually kicked the field goal to win it. I should have went for 2. I know now if we get in that situation again. Justin Fields, 509, 7 TDs, 1 interception. I mean, Mike played great. If somebody look at this, they'd be like, it's unsim. But if you look at the game, you'll clearly see why it went the way that it did. It actually was a good game. Trevor Lawrence, 395, 4 TDs, 2 interceptions, just not enough. Rushing wise, we definitely tried to rush the ball in this game, 5.9, but it just was one of those games where we had to try to get it done through the air for both sides. My receiver, Brown, had 4 receptions, 149, 2 TDs. Aaron Smith had 2 TDs. Brian Thomas Jr. had a TD. Mason Taylor and Garrett Wilson definitely played great. Brenton Strange, he had a TD. Josh Reynolds, a lot of offense in this one. Defensively, we had some guys that make some plays. Two of his guys on the defense side had an interception. One of my guys had an interception, so it was great. Now I won't be overlooking Jets again, though. I should have known better. No excuses, but now I see their offense is definitely something to worry about. Next up we had was the Bills and the Patriots. Patriots won 27-24. They lost in the turnover battle. Very, very strange. 4-2. Buffalo Bills, 3 TDs, 2 interceptions from Josh Allen. Drake made 311. 2 TDs, 3 interceptions. Just hard to get it done like that, but Dalton Kincaid, 9 receptions, 133. Tight end from Utah. Um, I bet you they won the time of possession in this one. Patriots did. And they did, yep. They played a huge role in this matchup right here. Next up we have is Cardinals and Texans. Cardinals won 49-37. Clean game, no turnovers. CJ Stroud, 2 TDs. Kyler Murray, 2 TDs, no interceptions. Joe Mixon, 176, 3 TDs. He also got it done out the backfield. 6 catches, 102, 1 TD. Trey McBride had 10 receptions, 11 tackles. 11 tackles, a total of 20 by two of their guys total. Oh, well, dang. 8 tackles down here. It was a lot of tackles in this one. Next up we had was the Panthers and the Saints. Panthers lost this one 27-42. Turnovers, they also lost that 3-0. Bryce Young, 3 interceptions. Hard to win games like that. Tyler Shaw been playing great. He been up and down, I would say. Alvin Kamara, 9 attempts, 112, 1 TD. Wide receivers, Xavier Legette. T-Mac had 8 receptions, 128, 1 TD. Chris Olive had a TD. Defensive wise, 11 total tackles from Saints. Wow. From Jonas Sanker. And then you got Kool-Aid, McKinstry. Just a lot of guys made plays defensively. 3 guys for the Saints came up huge, which helped them win this one. Next up we had was the Colts and the Seahawks, man. Colts is a wrecking force, undefeated still, 44-3, 1-0 as far as turnovers. Anthony Richardson Sr., 350, 4 TDs, no interception. Rushing wise, Jonathan Taylor, 131. What makes this kid so dangerous? Oh, wow. Look at the receiving yards, receiving catches. What makes this kid so dangerous is that he don't turn the ball over and he can run as well. So it's not like he's one-dimensional. He's able to get it done not only in the air but on the ground, and that makes him very dangerous. Next up we had was the Packers and the Broncos. Broncos won this one 38-29. Turnovers was 2-3. And they also won in the turnovers. Jordan Love, 2 interceptions, 98%, 98-point rating, 55% passing. Bo Nix was 3% better. Rushing wise, RJ Harvey, they definitely had a lot going on in the run game as far as the Broncos and their wide receivers as well. This is a very good win for the Broncos. Defense was able to create some interceptions. You say the same thing for the Packers, but it's all about who getting the win. So shout out to the Broncos as they won 38-29. This was a very, very, very good football game right here. 6-point game, 31-37. They went to overtime. Turnovers was 1-2. But the 49ers still was able to win. Cam Ward played very well. This is surprising. Usually He leads category. I believe he's leading right now in interceptions. But Brock Purdy, 3 TDs, 2 interceptions. McCaffrey played pretty well. George Kittle, 7 receptions, 131, 3 TDs. This is what you want to see if you're the 49ers. Both of them went to overtime, as I said before. Tennessee had capitalized on 2 interceptions. Xavier Woods, he had an interception along with Darrell Baker, but um, the 49ers was able to finish strong. Next up, we have, okay, this computer game, but I still would look at it, see. Okay, Yuso Ryder lost this one, unfortunately, 13-30. But he played the computer, so hey, that's how you earn the Stephen A. Smith Appreciation Award. You still play even though you lose. Lastly, we had was the Cowboys and the Vikings. Cowboys won this one 26-22. Turnovers was 3-2. Okay, so Cowboys won in turnover battle. 1 interception came from Dak Prescott. JJ McCarthy played okay. Oh, no, he didn't. 3 interceptions, way too many interceptions. Jaden Blue played pretty well. I think he's top 3 or top 5 in rushing. Wide receiver Justin Jefferson. I mean, he's Justin Jefferson. There's really nothing the entire league can do with this kid. 12 receptions, 172, 1 TD. Defense-wise, we had some interceptions. We had a total of 5 in this game. One, two came from the Vikings and 3 came from the Cowboys. The Cowboys able to win this one, a game they definitely need to stay ahead of the NFC East. And I think that win has solidified their playoff berth. Taking a look at these top performers, Baker Mayfield, Trevor Lawrence, and Matthew Stafford in the top 3. Trevor Lawrence having the most TDs, but Baker has the highest percentage. Rushing yards, you got Jaden Blue back in the top 3, Jonathan Taylor, Josh Jacobs. Receiving yards, you got Justin Jefferson, A.J. Brown. Oh, my goodness, I hate seeing that because he's in our division right now. Oh, my goodness, I wish it was something I could have done to not have him traded in our division. And then you have Jamar Chase. Sack leaders, you got Myles Garrett, Braswell, and Carter, top 3. Interceptions, you got Franklin, Walker, and Steele, top 3 in interceptions. In the tackles, you have Barnes, Brooks, and Cashman. We now have 3 guys with 100 tackles or more in the leagues. Let's take a look at the standings. So we do have some playoff. We have some guys that made the playoffs. So the Browns has officially made the playoffs. AFC South, you got the Colts, Jags trying to make the playoffs right now, but it's still tight. We'll look at that in a second. AFC East, you have the Jets who beat the Texans. Beat the Jaguars, which is huge. But the Patriots are 1 game back right now. AFC West, you got the Chargers and the Broncos both clinching the playoffs. With the Chargers beating the Jags was huge to help them go ahead and solidify the playoff berth. Then you got the Bears, OJ. So it's great to see some of these guys make the playoffs. I will reach out to them to see how it feels for them to make the playoffs, along with what their plans are as far as rosters. Are they going to play their starters, bench them? Those could be some good topics to talk about the next week. Next up, we got the Cowboys, man. Cowboys pretty much won this division. It's time to go ahead and give it to them. They're undefeated in their division, and they're pretty much it's in the books. And then in the NFC West, you got the 49ers and the Rams. Rams 2 game back, but I think you can pretty much give it to the 49ers. AFC right now, you got the Colts, Chargers, Browns, Broncos. Broncos are already in, but they play against the Jags. If the Jags beat the Broncos, they will probably more likely clinch as the Patriots 1 game back. Top 6 get in, so that will be that. And if we make the playoffs, we're not playing our starters. We're going to bench everybody. Taking a look at the tweets, any tweets, we usually look at our tweets for this week. Okay, we got a lot of tweets. All right, this week we have fans of offense are luck for week 16. The Packers and the Bears both rank amongst the top teams in the NFL. Scoring might be tough to come by as a Los Angeles #1 defense visit the Cowboys and their #2 ranked defensive unit. Wow. So so biased. Los Angeles #1. So Los Angeles has #1 defense now. At first it was the Eagles. Colts quarterback Anthony Richardson Sr. claims that the scheme of the Niners coach Frank Gore will do nothing to slow him down. Time will tell. Hey, at this point, man, it's looking like Colts are going to win the Super Bowl. And if that happens, then Absolution will be the first to win incentives in college as well as Madden, NFL. Scott Hansen, the 49ers and their high-powered offense land in Indianapolis this week to test their attack against the Colts' 7th-ranked defense. Head coach Brandon Blakeney looking for any supporters as the Bengals have failed to meet expectations. Fans petition Dolphins ownership to move on from head coach Benny 2 times. Oh, wow. Defense, wow, wait a minute. Fans petition Dolphins ownership to move on from head coach Benny 2 times. That's huge right there, man. They're getting frustrated down there. Defensive powers collide in Dallas for a Week 16 matchup between two of the league's top defenses, Chargers, Cowboys. Yeah, we needing them. Well, Chargers are already in the playoffs. Cowboys, if they do beat the Chargers, I'm sure they'll go ahead and make the playoffs, but they're going to win that division, so it's just a matter of time. Brock Hurd starting every defense maker on the Packers or Bears in fantasy football this weekend. Trust me, these are both elite offenses. Yeah, definitely. Packers and the Bears definitely have some very strong offensive weapons. He also said if you need to know anything about the confidence wide receiver Chase Roberts has in his hands, just watch the video of him juggling 5 swords at once. So that pretty much wraps up this recap. As I said before, we will have interviews and all that fun stuff. Usually, like I say, through the week, it's easy for me to get these interviews out. But weekends, it's tough, man. It's football pretty much all weekend. From high school all the way to college to NFL. And then we have double headers next week. So it's going to be tough. That's why I say it's hard for the college, man. It's hard to keep up. With this league, you at least get time to play. And then it's all users too. So, but yeah, I think it's great, man. I love where we're going, love where we're headed. Incentive payouts, all that fun stuff. We will announce it soon, but we're going to announce it when we know for sure what's at stake, because I do feel like I have to work on that. If I make a statement that it's going to be a certain amount, then that needs to be what it is instead of going back on it. So, but it definitely will be at least 100 again, but it could potentially be higher. We will see. You guys know how life is, so you just never know. But I can tell you guys it will be at least 100, and then from there we'll see what happens. But we're gonna see what. Let's see. We got some time, so we're gonna get some of these interviews, probably with these playoff teams. I'm interested to see how they feel as far as making the playoffs, and then we'll get going. So see you guys the next week's advance.